Yes! Alrighty. Point of my voice, still kind of sick, but we're gonna get through this. Alrighty, what's up everybody? It is I, your tribal god of extreme, Peter Joseph here for video number 2. On your Friday evening, getting close to Friday night, April the 25th, 2025. Thank you for watching this particular video on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. Thanks again for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down there. You know where it is in the description box below on this channel. And show my other channels your love and support. All the links to the channels are down below in the description box, otherwise known as my pants. And don't forget to leave a comment on the video if you like. You don't have to, but if you want to, please be respectful of my channels. Don't leave stupid comments, or you will get blocked, sent to the shadow realm where Satan will eat your soul. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Don't forget to share the video all over the internet. And most importantly, tap and slap that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because if you do, well, fuck you, man, because you're SOL. And you know what that means. And that's all I gotta say about that. And we move on with that. And if you're brand new here for the first time, ladies and gentlemen, well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, put your feet up, grab yourself a cold one, and enjoy the show. If you like it, great, you know, fuck off and get out of here. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for your support. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everybody having a great Friday. The final weekend, of April. We got 5 days left of the month. We end the month on Wednesday, and then we begin a new month, the beautiful month of May, with those May flowers. And 2 weeks away till Mother's Day, so please be nice to your mama on Mother's Day. And we're about a month away from the unofficial start of the summer, Memorial Day weekend, which is going to be fucking epic. Excuse me. And that's pretty much it for that. But I hope you had a great Friday. Nice and warm here in the Northeast. It's going to be raining like cats and dogs tomorrow. Thunder boomers, and start getting a little bit cooler. It's going to be about 70 tomorrow, and then about 60 on Sunday, but windy as fuck. But gotta do what you gotta do. And that's that. But if you have any outdoor plans, tomorrow in the Northeast, in my neck of the woods, do it Sunday. But make sure you, it's gonna be windy, so make sure you have things to hold down your picnic stuff, or if you're having lunch or dinner outside, make sure everything is held accordingly, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. But hope you guys all enjoy your weekend, be safe and be well, and that's that. All right, Friday night we got SmackDown coming up in just a little bit. Should be a great show. DIY, the Dark Prophets, and the Motor City Machine Guns. In a TLC match for those SmackDown Tag Team titles tonight. That's going to be fucking insane and epic. We got that. We got the return of Malachi Black, or Aleister Black. That should be fun for Zelina Vega. We got that. Speaking of Zelina Vega, I don't know if she's getting a title shot tonight, but Chelsea Green is defending the Women's United States title tonight, but I don't know against Zelina Vega or somebody else. Most likely Zelina Vega, and I hope we get a title change tonight, but I doubt it, but who knows. But we got that and more on the SmackDown after WrestleMania. Should be a good one. And that's coming up in just a little bit. We also got the second round of the NFL Draft. It's going on right now on ABC. Nothing very great. The Niners have the number 43 pick. The Jets are right behind them at 40. Before them at 42. Giants are somewhere, I think, in the top 50. I don't actually know, but they're in the second round, I think. I think they get a pick somewhere in the second round unless they traded it. I think they did trade it because I know they traded a pick in the first round to Houston. I think Houston got the Giants pick, which I think was the 34th pick. I could be wrong, but who knows? Who cares? But right now, the New Orleans Saints at number 40 on the clock. And like I said, the Jets are at 42. The Niners at 43. So by the time I finish this video, the Niners pick will be in. In the second round, hopefully get some offensive linemen or maybe some secondary help. They did get an edge rusher in the first round, Michael Williams. So we got that. The Giants had 2 picks in the first round, Abdul Carter, and they got a quarterback from that traded pick from Houston. They got that. The Jets got I think they got an offensive lineman. I forget, but not a great pick for the Jets because the Jet fans did not like it. I didn't either. But Jets are coming up in about 2 picks. So we'll see what happens with that, if they can get some offensive help. They need a lot of help at multiple positions. And they got Justin Fields, that's a quarterback. They got a new coach. I forgot who the coach is. Steve Wilkes, the former guru of the Niners. Now the guru is taking over for, Robert Saleh, who was the coach of the Jets and used to be now is back as the guru of the 49ers defense. And, we'll probably see what happens with that. We move on with that. So, got the NFL draft tonight. Got SmackDown a little bit. Got baseball happening right now. The Mets are in Washington. 7-game winning streak on the line against those pesky Nationals. I'm going to pull up the score on my MLB app right now. Well, not a good night for the Mets. Senga on the mound for the Mets, and top of the 4th inning, Washington up 2-0. Ugh. So, not great. But Mets have first and second, nobody out for the Wink Man. No, not Wink Martindale. God rest his mighty soul, by the way. Jesse Winker at the dish. First and second, nobody out. Hopefully you can at least get 1 or 2 runs in. Nimmo singled and Viento singled. So right now, see what Winker can do. Maybe hit a bomb. Maybe get. Oh no! Jesse Winker lines into a triple play. Ouch! Rally killer there. Rare you see the Mets, get into a triple play. Rarely. But, yeah, he lined into a triple play. First baseman, Nathaniel Lowe to shortstop, C.J. Abrams back to first. So a 3-6-3 triple play, which is, like I said, rare. But, yeah, we got that. And Nationals scored in the bottom of the second inning with a single, and then C.J. Abrams, the guy that started the triple play, he lined a triple to score a run. So, like I said, 2-0, bottom of the 4th inning in Washington, and not looking good for the Los Mets in the way for York. 7-game winning streak on the line. We'll see what happens later, but Mets have a 5-game lead over the Phillies, who they swept on Wednesday. And we get that. Now Buffalo, I forgot who got the 41st pick originally, but now Buffalo has that pick, and the Jets are next, and then the Niners. That's pretty damn good. So, let's see. Let me see. Oh, the Bears traded the pick to the Bears traded their pick to the Bills. So the Bills are on the clock. So we got that. Alright, let's quickly get to the video at hand, because we got SmackDown coming up in about 13 minutes. So, I'm going to go really quickly with this video. And as the title below says, it is time for your late and out-of-date Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania thoughts. You understand? Thoughts, you understand? Thoughts. Off the top of the dome. And we'll see what happens with that. Alright, Raw after Mania was fucking epic. Which usually it is. There's been some years it sucks. But this past Monday night was fucking epic. And let's get into it. So we are once again in Vegas. At the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. NXT was in Vegas, so they're pretty much done in Vegas. I mean, crazy week. Well, from Wednesday to Tuesday, they've been in Vegas, NXT, and the main roster. But now, they're going to be in the United States of America for foreseeable future. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so as always, on Monday nights, we have the legendary play-by-play team of Michael Cole and Pat McAfee. Alright, so we started off the show with a long-as-fuck recap of WrestleMania week in Vegas. That. And then we start off the show properly with the new 17-time World Heavyweight Champion. You love him? You know him, you love him, you can't get enough of him. You know, some people still hate the guy, but he's our champion. And he's John Cena. Alright, so he comes out with the black screen. This ain't the NWO, John, stop it. But anyway, he comes out, then he gives, the new ring announcer for SmackDown, I forgot his name, Mark Nash, I think his name is, gives him a piece of paper and says, "Hey!" And then Mark Nash says, "I'm sorry, I fucked up Mr. Cena's introduction, so he had to do it properly." Moron! Anyway, he says, Cena is the unseen 17 and the greatest of all time. Taker wants a word with you. Of the modern era. Just saying. But so we get that. So John says, you guys, I don't owe you guys an apology. You owe me an apology. And then he mentions he has 27 dates left. Not matches, appearances. So his final match will be in October. Surprisingly October, and not like in November at with Crown Jewel, or at War Games for Survivor Series War Games, which is going to be in Petco Park in San Diego, November the 30th, like 2 days after Turkey Day. So we got 27 more dates. So we'll be at Backlash, be at Money in the Bank most likely. Probably at one of those two, probably at King and Queen of the Ring in Saudi Arabia. Definitely at SummerSlam. Don't know about Clash in Paris. Don't know that yet. But right after, in October, is going to be his final match. Against who? Maybe Roman? Maybe Punk? But we'll get to what might be at Backlash in a second. So, you have the countdown. Not a clock, but we have the countdown of dates, so we get to 27. So basically, he's like, all you have to do is show up and do this. I don't have to wrestle, I have to do nothing. Well, lucky you, I wish I had that countdown. He says, there'll be another Raw, another champion, but the title of Bruno Sammartino, Stone Cold Steve Austin, our tribal chief, put up your ones. Roman Reigns and everyone else is coming home with him, so the belt gonna go home to wherever he lives in Newbury, Massachusetts, wherever, with his hot wife, and that's that. The Bills got another pick? Holy shit! How can the Bills get 2 picks? Hold on a second, I have to look this up. Oh, no, the Bills got the pick. The Jets should be on the clock right now. Hold on. Let me go way back a little bit. Oh, there, okay. Never mind. Alright, the Jets are on the clock. They got the pick, so TJ Sanders goes to the Bills with number 41. And the Jets got the next pick. They need a lot of help, like I said. So, after the break, we'll get the pick for the Jets and the Niners with number 43, unless there's a trade. Alright, back to Raw. So Cena says, I'm taking the belt home with me. There'll probably be a tournament, whatever. There'll be a new champ. He says, all I have to do is keep playing you guys like puppets. The fans like puppets because they lost their best chance to stop him, which was Cody. And the reality is, no one in WWE with the strength, speed, or ruthless aggression. Oh, I was like, what? Are we getting a ruthless aggression 2? Well, the ruthless aggression part 2 of John Cena we're getting. So he's like, I have a heart. So take out your cameras, because this will be the last time you see the last real World Heavyweight Champion. So everybody's taking out their phones and boop, 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 boop. So he holds up the belt. It says, the champ is here. And then we see Randy Orton. There's not this voice pop up from behind. And then Cena turns around and goes, excuse me. Cena turns around and goes, Jet! Gilmore Kata! Bang! Good night, John Cena. So, Backlash, which is in Randy Orton's hometown of St. Louis, there's your main event, I assume, for the Undisputed title. John Cena, Randy Orton. How many times have they fought? I think Orton should have been later in the retirement tour, like maybe at SummerSlam, or maybe the final match, but we're getting it May the 10th, 2 weeks from Saturday, from 2 weeks from tomorrow, I should say. That's most likely going to be the main event of Backlash. John Cena defending against Randy Orton. So Orton looking for number 15, 14 or 15. Cena, his first actual defense of the title. You think Cena's going to lose to Orton? I don't think so. I don't think Randy's going to get number 15 anytime soon, but he will get, I think before he retires for good, he'll probably get 15, maybe tie Flair at 16, but I don't think he's going to break it. I don't think anybody's going to break Cena's record at 17. The closest one right now is Randy, so. And then if you think about it, Charlotte Flair, who has 14 women's titles, not women's titles, but but they kind of coincide with her dad's record and Cena's record at 16, but who cares? Alright, so like I said, Cena versus Randy Orton at Backlash for the Undisputed title. I think it's going to be a great match. Like I said, Cena probably still retain, but we move on with that. Great match. Great segment, I should say. Alright, match number 1 on Raw, a rematch for the women's tag team titles. We had the new champions, the returning The Bad, Becky Lynch, and the women's Intercontinental champion, the Lassie Beach from Ireland, Lina Valkyria, taking on the former champs, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. And it was a good match, but eventually the titles changed back to Liv and Raquel after Lyra sends Raquel outside but knocks right into Becky Lynch, and that distraction let Liv Morgan hit Oblivion. 1, 2, 3. Liv and Raquel become 4-time women's tag team champions, and then they defended the belts on NXT this past Tuesday against Tatum Paxley and Gigi Dolan. They retained there. So we'll see who's next for Liv and Raquel. Who's this guy? Oh, probably somebody from the Jets. Well, they just got the next pick. And then the Niners, and then the Cowboys. Oh, it's Jonathan Abram. I got his shirt, too. It's Fireman Ed. Alright, so the Jets select at number 42, Mason Taylor, tight end from LSU. Who? Okay. But yeah, just need a tight end. You know, they never had a good tight end since a long time ago. Never had a great tight end ever. I don't think ever since I've been a Jet fan since 1996. So, but the Niners are on the clock right now with their next pick. Hopefully they get an offensive lineman. Jets needed a lot of help on the offensive line, so they got not an offensive lineman, but they got a tight end at least. Whether he plays or not, but get that. Alright, so Liv and Raquel get the win. They get the belts back from Becky and Lyra, and that's that. After the match, Becky goes berserk. She turns heel on Lyra, lays her out with the manhandle slam, blah, blah, blah. So it looks like at Backlash, we're going to get Becky versus Lyra for the Women's Intercontinental title, and I think Becky will become the new Women's Intercontinental Champion. She's already a Grand Slam champion with the Raw and SmackDown belts, the Tag Team belts, and the NXT Women's title. So she'll win her 5th major title, winning the Women's Intercontinental title. And that's that. Alright, the Niners pick is in, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, who's this guy? Julian Peterson. I forgot he was a Niner. Holy shit. Alright, Niners pick is in. Hopefully get an offensive lineman or somebody, or secondary help. Alright, who we get? Another defensive tackle. Why? Alfred Collins from Texas, a defensive tackle. We need more defensive people. Like, we need more. So, Kyle, Jed York, and fucking John Lynch. Why are we getting defensive linemen? We need offensive linemen, not defense. We do need some secondary help. We really need offensive linemen because the Niners' offensive line sucks. We need a kicker. Jake Moody sucks. So, yeah. Not really fond of this pick. Yeah, I mean, he was an honorable mention, all Big 12. You know, big guy, you know. So that's pretty much it. So, damn Cowboys got the next pick. The Rams at 46. See Cox in the top 50. I'm not going to watch the rest of this draft. But I'm going to SmackDown right now because it is 8 o'clock. Nope, not that. Okay. Alright, so SmackDown is live! It's on the air. We got the signature just started, so I'm going to do a little bit of SmackDown look-in. Where are we? Fort Worth, Texas. Not home in Cowboys, but... So we're at the Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, Texas for the SmackDown after Mania. Should be a great night of action. Like I said, we've got a TLC match for those SmackDown Tag Team titles, and we see the Street Profits walking in. Nice cowboy hat there, Montez Ford. Triple threat TLC match. When was the last time you saw a TLC match on SmackDown? Long time ago. DIY versus the Profits versus the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley, and not Mr. Wrestling, Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano, Malachi Black, Aleister Black makes his return, his re-debut, so he's there, and we got the new U.S. Champion, Jacob Fatu, coming into the arena with Solo Mibuki, and yes, and Jacob is back. Hello, Tiffy time! Daddy! Oh, yes. Oh, she's looking fine. Still got that little bruise on her head. But still our SmackDown Women's Champion after defeating that horse-faced bitch, Charlotte Flair. So she's in the arena tonight. Jacob and I love you, Solo! They're in the building. So, alright, we're going to get a recap of WrestleMania like we did on Raw. Let me get that. Alright, so like I said, let's get back to Raw. Becky and Lyra, most likely gonna happen at Backlash for the Women's Intercontinental title. And I think Becky will become the new and second Women's Intercontinental Champion. Or give Lyra another big fucking push. She already beat Io 3 times, two or three times, which pisses me off. So they're either going to give Lyra her biggest win of her career, or Becky finally takes that title off her. So we'll see what happens with that. Alright, then we saw Paul Heyman turning on Roman and Punk to join up with Seth Rollins on night 1. We get that. Alright, then the New Day, the 13-time tag team champions, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston! They come out, they get a nod of approval from Killer Kross. I heard Killer Kross is getting a push now. Yeah, push my ass. Spanish Archer out the door. That's where him and Scarlett Bordeaux are gonna go. But anyway, the New Day come out for a chat. They basically tell the fans to get down on their knees. Wait a minute now. And thank God for the New Day. They're the greatest team of all time. And no one dead or alive can touch them. And then Alpha Academy with the lovely and holy shit, that skirt. Maxine Dupree. They come out, so Otis and Jack Farmer's favorite person in the whole wide world, that's Akira Tozawa, they come out. Bring up that they beat them in 60 seconds. So they challenge the New Day for a tag team title shot. They get declined. So then Maxine Dupree dubs them the Minutemen. I mean, I guess the New Day. I don't know about that, but anyway. So they do get the title match. We get the referee out. So we get an impromptu tag team title match. And, well, it doesn't go so well because the lights go out. Sabu didn't come out, but they're returning Rusev Clash. So Rusev comes back with new music. No Lana yet. So, basically, Rusev comes in and beats the fuck out of Otis and Tozawa. And that's it. Thank you, Rusev. Hi, Io. I'm sorry. Io was distracting me. As always with her hotness. So we get that. Then we said, speaking of Io, well, we'll get to Io in a minute. Judgment Day celebrates their new titles. Finn Balor comes in. Players at Dom, the new Intercontinental Champion. And then he reluctantly smiles, congratulates him, Liv, and Raquel. Carlito then thinks he and Finn Balor should get some tag team titles of their own. Or titles of their own. I don't know about that. So we got that. Alright, then we got Io. Sky comes out. A big win for her, retained the Raw Women's title over Bianca and Mommy Rhea Ripley, the best night of her life. Finally, an Asian wins at Mania. Thank you, Hunter. Well, you know, if Io would have lost on Sunday night, you know I would have been pissed. But anyway, she claims she's the best women's champion ever, you think? No one will ever forget her because she's the genius of the Sky and the Raw Women's Champion. But then we have La Primera, the NXT Women's Champion, as she retained over Julia, Jordan Grace, and Jada Parker on Saturday at NXT Stand and Deliver. Speaking of Cena, John Cena starts us off properly. He's on SmackDown. He's going to start us off. Damn, he's got Eagles colors. Nice green shirt. Looks like with the white. Looks like he's wrong city. He's in Texas. This ain't Philadelphia. Fuck the Eagles, by the way. And fuck the Filthies, too. But anyway, Stephanie Vaquer comes out and says, I want to fight the best. So we're going to challenge Io versus Stephanie. I'm like, yes, please. So Adam Pearce comes out. I'm like, oh no, he's going to ruin this segment. But he says, you know what? let's make it official. So we get Io versus Stephanie, which was a great match until Roxanne Perez jumps Io from behind to cause a disqualification after Io hits a super Spanish fly. She gets up, looks to go for, about to go for the over the moonsault, but then Roxy came out for the disqualification. And then pretty much, nothing happened after that. What happened after that? Let me, just get my notes back in order. Okay, so after that, Julia comes in, making her Raw debut, well, kind of debut, same with Stephanie Fakur. She runs in, goes after Io. They know each other from Japan. Roxy starts beating on Stephanie Fakur, and then Mommy, Rhea Ripley, comes in for the save. She stares down Julia. Oh, that would be a match I'd love to see. And then Julia and Roxy leave, so I was like, where, a tag team match? No. Well, we didn't get a tag team match, so Teddy Long didn't come out. Player, tag team match, player. You're gonna go one-on-one with The Undertaker. No, he didn't say that either. So, Stephanie and Roxy leave. Well, Mark Nash, once again, fucks up Cena's fucking intro. Fire that guy. I could do it better than him. I mean, Hunter, you need another ring announcer. Call me up, dude. I'm on the first plane. Not again. Mark's like, again? He's like, again? My penis is small. Read that. No, he didn't say that, but mine is big. Well, I just want to point that out. Your mom knows that all about that. Anyway, moving on. Alright, I gotta finish this up because my battery's about to die. Alright, so Mommy makes a save, and then she points at Io, says, "Be coming for that title." And that's it. Jey Uso comes out after that, yeeting along with Michael Cole and Pat McAfee, thanks the crowd, and then yeets again. We got that. And then Walter comes out pissed, goes after Michael Cole, and then Pat McAfee tries to save him, he gets choked out, and then we found out today, Walter is suspended indefinitely for that shit. Damn. Alright, AJ comes out, it's okay with a loss to Logan Paul, and then he talks to Killer Cross, wants to find his Evo version, and then basically tells Cross to go solve the problem himself, and then Cross like, oh, maybe I will. I don't know what that meant. Look at that. And that's pretty much it. Dominic beat Pentagon. JD McDonough came back. We get that. And then Seth Rollins comes out. Roman comes out. Punk came out. Braun Breaker comes out and spears both of them. So Braun Breaker's now part of this alliance. Dangerous Alliance? Maybe. With Seth Rollins and Heyman. So that ends the show. And that's pretty much it. Alright, I gotta put this video up because my battery's about to die. So thanks for watching. Raw gets 8 out of 10 stars. That's it. I'm gonna watch SmackDown. Good night, everybody. Peace.